Last time on Blastaways, a very close challenge saw both Tim and Kyle safe at the next vote. This led to the Boys Alliance, dubbed by themselves to be called Boys to Men, scrambling to find a new target. Despite even having the powerful Dragon Skull at their side, a communication error caused Robert to be blasted away. Will Boys to Men recover from this? Or will the remaining members be picked off one by one? Alright, for today's challenge, there's a bunch of boxes. And all of these boxes, well, some of these boxes are rigged to explode. We're all gonna choose boxes at random. I'm gonna blow up all the ones that need to explode. As long as you don't blow up, you get to continue to compete. We're gonna rinse and repeat this process until 2 people remain who will be immune at the next vote. Let's get it done. Okay, let's blow some people up. Let's see how this goes.
Oh, that's me. Yep. Oh.
Hodgepodge, Malviana, Rattler, Tank, and Margaret Grant. You have survived. Let's continue the destruction. Malviana, Hodgepodge, and Margaret Grant. Only 2 of you will remain after I hit this switch. Who will it be? Who is not going home now? Oh my god! Even RNG cannot stop Hodgepodge from winning these challenges, and I guess, Noah, you won as well. Congratulations. So it was at this point where people really just stopped talking, so it's really hard for me to portray everything that happened. I'm gonna do my best, but I'm gonna show the highlights, and we're just gonna kind of go through the series, and I will fix this for season 2, because I will be banning text comms. The first thing of note was Nick finding another advantage in the temple located outside the village. This gave Nick access to both a dragon's head and a subtract a vote advantage, which puts him in a pretty powerful spot.
Hold on, I might now. Just give me a second here.
Thanks, David.
Oh yeah.
Eva also found a subtractive vote advantage. Hers was hidden inside a mountain that you could only access if you were on top of the mountain and broke open the gate. Eva finding this advantage also opened up this room to the rest of the cast without having to go and find the mountain range.
Megan.
Noah also created by hand his own fight club where he would invite people in and then assume they wanted to fight him, though he didn't necessarily get the results he was looking for.
Okay, you have to. Are you fucking serious? I died first.
This led us into the pre-vote talking times, where the only thing that really happened was Noah trying to threaten people.
I would just like to remind everyone where they're loyal. Just think about it, you know?
What?
That's so ominous.
Now, this leads us into the next vote, where a lot of advantages were played. Megan played her book on herself to subtract a vote. Eva also used her advantage to subtract 1 vote from herself. And most importantly, Nick used his Dragon Skull, which is actually what saved him from elimination, allowing him to fight for another day. The Dragon Skull is responsible for blasting away Tim, who had the 2nd most votes in this round. Once we got to the next challenge, it was a simple relay race, where after a nice old schoolyard pick, we ended up with boys versus girls. Now, Nick got his team off to a very early lead by using professional Minecraft digging strategies, and it was just too much of a lead for the girls to come back over. There was no immunity up for grabs at this challenge though. It was all about getting an advantage to where one of the dragon skulls were, and the clue notably being think like Mario 64, jump through paintings and you'll find your score. And just like that, battle lines were drawn, separate voice chats were made, and different plans began to arise.
What are we doing in the meantime while the guys go?
I was gonna follow them, honestly. That was my thinking.
Follow them.
Follow them
Honestly-
and see what's up.
Honestly, I'm down for that.
Yeah. So like, let's each pick somebody and follow.
Kill these fuckers.
No, you. Honestly.
Yo, I need some backup. Where's the cavalry? Yeah! Get her ass, Nick. I'm making a break for it.
In the end, despite their best efforts, the boys did get away, Kyle notably riding away fast on horseback for some reason. Now, the boys do go to the right spot, but they take the completely wrong approach. They decide that rather than jumping through paintings and following the clue, they're going to break my redstone, which made me very upset, and I had to give them a warning. Now, eventually, they do actually find the dragon skull by breaking all of the paintings, but they do find it nonetheless, and after a little bit of negotiating, they do decide who they're going to give it to.
So okay, here let's vote here. Who do you think they're gonna try and vote off?
I think Noah.
You think they're gonna
and
try?
take Noah?
Yeah.
You boys would give this to me? I'm absolutely honored.
Next up, it was time to vote, and despite the boys' best efforts to try and convince the girls that Kyle was the one who had the dragon skull, there was a mole in their midst, and Kyle was sent packing.
I'm so scared.
No!
The next challenge saw everyone having to run a parkour race through an obstacle course that was created. This challenge lasted a very long time, but eventually Megan was the one who came out the winner. The next thing to happen was the next vote, where everyone but Noah knew Noah was the target, and Noah was blasted away.
No! Why?
Now down to 4 players, it was time for the final challenge, the winner guaranteeing themselves a chance to plead their case to you guys. Now, this is my magnum opus of challenges. It's simple: escape the giant maze. It took me 2 hours to build this maze and only took 2 minutes before Nick escaped and guaranteed his spot in the final 3. That only left one more thing to do before we can go and have the final 3 plead their case to you guys to see who wins. The final vote saw Mandy going home. For not playing Minecraft ever in her life, she did not half bad. Before we hear from the final 3, I need to explain how to vote. In the description of this video, there is a Google form to fill out. Just simply choose the name of the person you want to see win the game, and then hit submit, and your vote will be cast. Now, without further ado, let's start hearing from our final 3 as to why you should vote for them. Remember, there's $50 on the line.
Well, I've never really played Minecraft before, so I didn't really know what to do going in. Plus, I also had my technical difficulties today trying to get an account to play. I tried to use my brother's account, and then he couldn't remember his password, and then I had to try to contact Microsoft, and they didn't even know what was going on with the game and the email account, and then finally I got a hold of an account, but then it had to be upgraded, so I worked very hard to be here.
I successfully played both sides in this game. I saw a clear divide, there was a few boys, a few of the girls. I saw the split, so I played both sides. I had an in with the guys, and I had an in with the girls. So I worked with Megan, and yeah, she was my alliance from the start. And I slowly picked off the guys I knew would probably vote me out. And yeah, and then got rid of some of the girls. Now we're top 3. That's my case.
Because I had the strength of one single bond that helped both of me and Nick go all the way to the end. What we did was me and Nick agreed to be a part of an alliance. We maneuvered it so that we'd always be helping each other. What happened was I would get the votes of the girls and we would work together. And then me and Nick would like figure out like what the guys were planning, and I'd figured out what the girls were planning, and then we'd like plan our strategy of attack from there. I got Nick telling me what was happening on the guys' side, so I always knew like what advantages were over there.